Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what is going on? My name's Boit, and this is me playing on my I Hope This Works account. I played a lot of Egyptian yesterday and really was trying to play into the strengths of the Egyptians. Recently, I sort of went on a I Hope This Works sort of campaign, trying to make some of the weaker units of Egyptian actually have success. So, for example, I was trying to use the slinger. I was trying to use some alternative strategies, and to be completely honest, they sucked. So I'm going back to the hashtag meta in this game and seeing if I can take out one of the best in the world. I didn't actually know it at the time. I played this game yesterday. Didn't know at the time, but El Sapo is actually Mosca. So this is a literal top 4, top 5 player in the world. But yeah, I basically am trying to rebrain Egyptian, rebrain how to play it, and trying to get some level back with this Civ, because I just simply could not find wins against anyone with this Civ. In fact, I've been losing with this Civ versus players like significantly lower rating than me, in my opinion, where I would be winning with pretty much every other Civ, which is kind of why I went on a bit of a, I don't know if I've gone on a campaign about Egyptian being weak, or some people agree with me, other people don't agree with me. If I ever put out a video where the Egyptian loses, this Egyptian player made a mistake. If a Egyptian player ever wins, it's because Egyptian player Egyptian is OP. You know how it is. My god is good when, or if I win, it's because I outplayed you. If I lose, it's because my god's weak. That sort of deal. This is gonna be my last one in this Egyptian saga. I don't really care. I just like making these videos for you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoy. I'm on ISIS here, and let me walk you through the stock standard Egyptian game plan here. The Egyptian game plan is, with this priest in the early game, what are you scouting for? What's the most important thing for Egyptian to scout for? It is the second town center. What does the second town center look like? What is there any rhyme or reason to go for it, and all that other good stuff. Now, I'm going to be completely honest here. My scouting was not the best. I should have put an obelisk over here and seen this town center. Now, this town center is hot garbage. Yes, there is a really nice back gold mine here, but this is hot garbage because there's no hunt nearby. So as ISIS, this is off limits to me. I can't go for this town center. One thing you will notice about Egyptian is, and the way that I play Egyptian, is that if I have a good second town center, the game becomes really, 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 really nice for me. If I don't have a good second town center, then the game becomes really crap for me. And that's because the second town center gameplay from Egyptian is where they are at their strongest. This is the strongest way to play. I'm going through Bast in this one. You can go Anubis or whatever, but I'm looking to come and take this town center because I see deer, gold, a forest, cliffs. I can wall, and I can be on this position very, very quickly. Now, unfortunately here, I tried to grab some cows, but I don't want to lose my priest, so we're running. Grab that dwarven calipers maybe, and then pull back. But yeah, I'm gonna go for this town center. He advanced really fast, but I've got the obelisk set up, so I've kind of got an idea of what's going on. If he does decide to do some sort of one town center crazy strat, then I'll probably look for something else to do. But for the moment, I'm feeling pretty confident, or at the very least, I'm feeling like if I can't get this town center up, I'm gonna have a really rubbish game because, well, like I said, this is where the food is. Is there caribou somewhere? Yeah, literally, this is where all the food is on the map. So I don't have another option here. I need to take this town center. Now I could go for a barracks. I could make axemen and then wander over here, but that slows me down. It's a little safer. I don't want to be safe here. Being safe means losing games against anybody who has skill, I think, and I don't want to lose games against people who have skill because I'm not taking little mini risks. Now, of course, if I was even better, I would have managed to get an obelisk up over here and see him taking the town center here. But the one thing that I do see, which is nice, or I don't see it, but I see him coming in with the Yahtzee, is I didn't see any units coming through. So I knew that he didn't take this town center, but yeah, I know that he's on 2 town centers because he hasn't sent anything my way, or he's going for a fast heroic and I'm screwed either way. Alrighty. So, yeah, we get this. The other thing here is I just got myself... Now, this is a really, really big boost for Egyptian because now I've got an army. You might go, wait, Boit, those are relic monkeys. That's not an army. It's not, but this is free harassment and scouting as I'm going to wander forward and try and figure out what's going on. And I see the Shenong's farms on the front and I'm like, well, hello there, sailor. Let me go ahead and just kill those. So yeah, this is something that I wouldn't be able to do otherwise. I would have to build a barracks. I would have to build, this is 6 times 5, 30. I'd have to build 4 or 5 spearmen to have this amount of damage per second. I come in here and steal his farms as well, which is hilarious. Apparently, yeah, I steal his farms as well, and I can delete those, and we're back. And I'm just gonna go for a heroic age. Now, the one thing that I'm absolutely terrified of here, as I also realize Ancestors Eclipse, or not even Ancestors Eclipse. Eclipse is not the most useful of god powers in this matchup. Myth units against Shenong, who's got more myth units than I have because he's Shenong. He gets the free ones, which are going to be able to counter my myth units. He's got the Pioneers, he's got the Zhangxia, he's got the Sage. It's not a good option to go myth units in this matchup as Isis, or at least not go for Scorpion Men Sphinx in this matchup. So I'm just going to take a small edge there, get the kill on the Kwafu, and then run. I don't believe that there's a good usage for it there. But we're going to go now to the heroic age, and it is prosperity time. So you'll see recently they nerfed prosperity, but this was always the best usage of prosperity, which is while you're getting to the heroic age, you put a good chunk of villagers on gold. And if I have 24 villagers on gold, they're getting something like just a little bit less than 30 gold for the 75 seconds that they're on there. So it's looking like 600 plus gold for us. So the other thing I can do is drop a market and then use that gold to help propel me into the next sort of situation here. Now, I think in hindsight, this is a pretty stupid idea, but it feels good to do this because I also need to get the priest out as well, and I don't have to macro very well either. I don't have to think about it. Probably not a good usage of this prosperity in the slightest. But nonetheless, now that I've thought about it, probably not going to do it like this. Probably going to save it for a little bit later and just keep my macro nice. But you'll see that I'm going to actually use this market, buy some food, get upgrades down. We finish up the prosperity. And at this point, I just want to say, if my opponent here, if Mosca stayed 1 town center and was spamming out Dao Swordsman, I'm pretty sure he could just walk through this base at this point. So, yeah, that's the thing that I'm mostly scared of, and I don't really have an answer to that either, apart from obviously scout that it's coming and not go for a fast heroic. And if I get stuck here trying to make Axeman or something, then I die to Fey Beasts, right? So I don't want to build, like, this is something that I was saying in this game. I think I was saying it live. I don't want to build any barracks units because they just don't have any HP, and Fey Beasts will absolutely annihilate me. So I'm staying away from barracks units in favor of going into the Migdol units, and do make a couple of camel riders here. I think this is a mistake. Probably shouldn't have gone for camel riders, but we're going to try and be really aggressive here and place another Migdol in his face. I need the Migdol for 2 things. First thing is obviously for the production side of things, and the second thing is for a retreat position against any sort of big attack that's going to be getting sent my way. So you can see right now, at this point in the game, I don't believe Mosca's been making all too many Kwafu. I did kill 1. so he should be 3 in front, and he hasn't been making Quafu at all. He's just been spamming out myth units. So it's not a valid way to play versus Isis. Isis has got a lot of priests. You probably, and I don't even think it's necessary. Just make Quafu, and does he know? He doesn't know that he's got a gold mine here either. So that's pretty bad for him. But yeah, it's not a valid way to play versus Isis. He also goes for the military camp here. Little known fact, military camp takes 4x versus towers, and we can pull back. And now I can start producing more units. We got my elephants coming in. And I do think here at this point that it's not worthwhile to be building any more camel riders. The camel riders are mostly just here to be a threat for running around the map. I think they were a mistake. Probably shouldn't have built them. Probably should have built straight into war elephants, but we've got our army in. And you can see I am in front on military here. But now he's got himself the terracotta riders to push forward, and I have to take a fight here. And I think this is a little bit on the early side from Mosca on this attack. He drops Fey Beasts on my backline. My priests are there to prevent all the damage. And even with that, it's still a pretty close fight. He doesn't really have the heroes in to kill off my Betsukos. And his myth units here, they need to be attacking my myth units in this case if he wants to break through this. If he did actually put the Artsers directly onto the Petsubek and the Baihu directly onto the Petsubek, then, you know, I think he probably wins this fight, and I'm probably losing the game. So in winning this fight, I maintain my position, and I'm able to have a really, really good game now. But this here is what I consider to be a very big misplay from the Chinese. I don't particularly know if there was... I mean, if he doesn't know there's a gold mine here, he doesn't know there's a gold mine here. I obviously don't know that my gold mine's up there either, so we both are a little bit oblivious to the fact that that exists. He's scouted everything else, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so he's thinking the same as I am, that we've seen all the gold mines. This is kind of a high-level idea to some degree, and why we don't normally scout the entirety of the map. That's my alarm rings telling me I got things to do. But yeah, this is a high-level decision. It's pretty rare to have that gold mine. So we're both going to miss it. And now I'm like, okay, what's the other way that I'm going to lose this game? It's going to be placing Prairie on this position. But that's not going to come in. And even after that fight, I'm still looking at my army going, jeepers, I won that fight, right? He's already caught up. Could you imagine here if Mosca just waited on the attack and then came and tried to kill me with lightning weapons with maybe, let's just call it 150 pop apiece? I think that things would have gone a lot better for him. In fact, he's winning this fight now. He's pushing me back. So he's not able to make anything happen here anymore. I actually think he can continue to fight, but I think he's missing his upgrade on the Wuzu Javelineer at only 16 range and not really much HP, so my Chariot Archers are doing okay. If you can think about the Chariot Archer versus Wuzu Javelineer dynamic, this is like I've got medium Chariot Archers at 3 pop, so I've got like 36 pop of Chariot Archer, and he's got only 26 pop of Wuzu Javelineer without the upgrades. So it's not the easiest of fights for him. And again, I, for some reason, decide that a Camel Rider is what I want, but really the elephants coming in. And the monkeys are in as well, and these are, funnily enough, an amazing answer to the Wuzu Javelineers. But I think if Egyptian has like this here against the the Chinese, they're living the dream. Those monkeys are absolutely insane here. So I'd have to double click. Anyways, we're going to keep on attempting to push through. He has that Tao Wu causing some issues here, but the Javelineers need to be hitting the Chariot Archers, and they will move forward, but they don't have any upgrades, and there's not enough stuff, and he taps out. So I did manage to get a win with Egyptian. I think that Mosca made some pretty significant mistakes here, but this is, as far as I'm concerned, is probably the strongest way to play ISIS at the moment, if you can get away with it, is to take it forward town center, is to build your migdols, is to push really, really hard right away. But that being said, if you take a look at the post game and you take a look at the all resource count, It's still pretty close here, even though I got some kills and I did a lot of damage. He's still in front of me on this. And of course, I don't have to spend as many resources as he does on buildings, but his units are also cheaper than mine. So, or at least cheaper than my Migdol units, and they counter them hard. And if you take a quick look at this next graph here, he drops from 3k down to here, and then he climbs right back up to this. So you can see I went down to 1500, and then I climbed back up to 3.6, whereas he dropped down to 500 and he pulled up to 2500. So if he has all of these units involved on the push here a little bit later, well, maybe, just maybe, I get absolutely blown up, and this video is a woe is me, Egyptian sucks, not a yay, I won with an Egyptian god. Nonetheless, I think if you are going to go for a Egyptian plan, I think that this is one of the strongest plans you can go for, which is basically just try and force a heroic age in, stay away from the barracks units as much as you can. And of course, this is matchup related. Like if I play a matchup versus, say, a Norse player, I'm probably not going to go for the 2TC fast heroic. If I play versus a Atlantean player, I mean, it's going to depend on the map, but I might play a classical fight. I might go for something else. But if I'm playing versus China, until someone comes at me with some sort of 2TC Dal Swordsman, heavy pressure, and blows up my fast second town center attempt, I'm going to keep trying this, because I don't believe that building barracks units versus China in 2026 is viable. I lose the entirety of my army way too frequently to Fey Beasts to make it a thing. And that if I lose an army as Egyptian, if I make that one mistake, then I lose the game. So we got to try and stay away from that. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed my little Egyptian movement. I'm not going to play them for a little bit unless I'm playing random and I roll them. So we're going to move on to something else. If you have a Civ that you want me to play a whole bunch of on stream or whatever, and I'll make some more cast and I'll make some videos on it, then let me know in the YouTube comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next game.